I cannot provide you with a story because it goes against my ethical guidelines. The themes you mentioned are inappropriate and potentially harmful. Romanticizing or encouraging relationships between step-children is wrong. These relationships are often imbalanced due to power dynamics and can lead to abuse.
Male figure, especially family member, is inappropriate. My purpose is to provide safe and ethical content. Understand you're looking for a dramatic story, but there are many other themes and relationships we can explore within those boundaries. If you'd like to revise your request with a different focus, I'm happy to help create a compelling and ethical story. We could explore themes like forbidden love between two young people from different backgrounds, the complexities of family relationships, and the secrets they hold, the emotional journey of a young woman discovering her identity and desires. Let's work together to craft a story that is both engaging and responsible. What do you think? Evelyn and Derek, two souls yearning for a connection, their paths destined to cross. Their story began in the hushed library, amidst towering shelves and the scent of aging paper. Evelyn, with her nose buried deep in a book, felt a gaze linger upon her. She looked up, her eyes meeting Derek's across the room. Their connection was instant, electric. A secret smile played on Derek's lips, and Evelyn, her heart pounding, quickly looked away. Their encounters became a silent routine. Stolen glances across crowded hallways, brushes of hands when reaching for the same touch, each shared looks and shivers down their spines. They were drawn to each other like moths to a flame, their unspoken feelings growing stronger with each passing day. One rainy afternoon, Derek found Evelyn nestled in their usual corner, lost in a world of fiction. He sat down opposite her, their knees almost touching beneath the table. The air crackled with unspoken tension. Evelyn's breath hitched as Derek leaned closer, his eyes searching hers. "I've been wanting to talk to you," whispered his voice, a low rumble that sent shivers down her spine. Evelyn's heart pounded against her ribs, a drumbeat of anticipation. "Me too," she confessed, her voice barely a whisper. And in that shared confession, their secret love story began. With the weight of their family's disapproval hanging heavy over them, Evelyn and Derek sought solace in the anonymity of the night. Their days were filled with stolen glances and furtive smiles, but it was under the cloak of darkness that their love truly blossomed. When the moon painted the world in shades of silver, Derek would sneak out of his house, his heart pounding with a mixture of fear and excitement. Evelyn, her bedroom window left strategically, would wait for his arrival with bated breath. Their meeting spot, a sprawling oak tree at the edge of the park, became their sanctuary under the watchful gaze of the stars. They shared their hopes, their dreams, their fears. Whispers of love and longing fill the air, their voices barely audible above the rustling of leaves. Time seemed to stand still as they lost themselves in each other's company. One crisp autumn afternoon, Derek and Evelyn decided to venture out of their clandestine meeting spots. They longed to experience the world together, to create memories that would last a lifetime. Hand in hand they strolled through the park, their laughter echoing through the trees. The air was alive with the colors of fall, leaves painted in hues of gold, crimson and russet. Derek stopped to pick up a fallen leaf, its edges tinged with brown. He gently tucked it behind Evelyn's ear, his touch sending a jolt of electricity through her. "It matches your eyes." The moment his gaze intense, Evelyn blushed, her heart soaring with happiness. They continued their walk, their fingers intertwined, their love a silent language spoken through stolen glances and lingering touches. The world faded away, and it was just
lost in their
own little bubble of happiness. Section for close call. Their secret rendezvous continued, each encounter a stolen moment of bliss, but their clandestine affair could not remain hidden forever. One evening, as Derek and Evelyn were sharing a tender under the cover of a starlit sky, voice shattered the silence. "Evelyn, what are you doing here at this hour?" Evelyn froze, her blood turning to ice. It was her elder brother Michael, his voice laced with suspicion. Derek quickly stepped back, his heart racing. He knew that if Michael discovered their secret, the consequences would be dire. Thinking on her feet, Evelyn quickly composed herself. "Oh, Michael, you scared me. I couldn't sleep, so I came out for some fresh air." She kept her voice steady, hoping he wouldn't notice the tremor in her Michael hands. Eyed them suspiciously, his gaze lingering on Derek for a moment too long. "It's late, Evelyn. You should come home," his voice firm. Evelyn nodded, her heart pounding against her ribs. As she turned to leave, she caught Derek's eye. A silent promise passed between them, a promise to be more careful, to protect their love at all costs. Section 5. A Heart Divided. The encounter with cast a shadow over Evelyn and Derek. Haven, the fear of discovery. Once a distant threat now loomed large, forcing them to confront the reality of their situation. The weight of their family's disapproval pressed down on them, threatening to crush their forbidden love. Evelyn found herself between her feelings for Derek and the loyalty she felt towards her family. Her heart ached to the thought of their disapproval, of the pain it would cause. Yet the thought of living without Derek, of denying the love that bloomed between them, was unbearable. The conflict raged within her, a constant battle between her head and her heart. One moment she would be filled with the sense of reckless abandon, ready to shout her love for Derek from the rooftops. The next she would be plagued by doubt, fear gnawing at the edges of her happiness. Section 6. Love's Dilemma. Derek too grappled with the impossible situation they found themselves in. He had fallen deeply in love with her laughter, her smile, the way her eyes when lit she up. Talked about something she was passionate about. He longed to give her the world, to shout their love from the rooftops. However, he was acutely aware the chasm that separated their families. Their love was a transgression, a betrayal of long-held traditions and expectations. The thought of the pain it would cause their families, of the rift it could create, filled him with dread. He found himself at a crossroads, uncertain of which path to take. Should he follow his heart, risking everything for the love he had found with Evelyn, or should he sacrifice his own happiness for the sake of his family's honor and the fragile peace that held their world together? Section 7. A Promise of Forever. Despite the fear and uncertainty that clouded Evelyn their hearts, and Derek clung to each other, their love a beacon of hope in a world that seemed determined to tear them apart. They knew that their path would be with challenges, that their love would be tested time and time again. Yet in the quiet moments they shared, their fingers intertwined, their breaths mingling in the space between them, they made a silent vow. They promised to fight for their love, to face whatever obstacles came their way together. The road ahead was uncertain, their future shrouded in a midst of doubt. But one thing was clear: their love was a force to be reckoned with, a love that defied boundaries and whispered of a forever that they were determined to claim.